Hey guys, coming on for the collective reading. See what we got going on. Other than smacking me in the face with cards. Ooh, we're sitting in some strength. We're sitting in our courage. I love that. Oh my. I can't shuffle today, apparently. Nice. So we're sitting in strength. We're sitting in kind of feeling a little bit head in the clouds, so to speak. Oh, that's interesting. We're sitting, so we have strength in our, head in the clouds type of feeling. We are feeling a little bit ambitious as well, or planning. You might be up to something. Oh. Okay, so this is leaning towards a love reading here. Or you're coming out of heartbreak and just maybe have a new interest or new love that's happening. Let's find out. Whatever that is, though, you are sitting in quite a bit of strength, and you are. Okay, I think you're coming out of being in. Oh, okay. So you're coming out of being in. Oh, loyalty with loyalty. Oh, okay. I hear my dogs over there. I'm sighing. So, this is shifting, isn't it? Okay. I think you had a lot of strength and we're kind of almost head in the clouds about the loyalty maybe of someone in your life, and then that is not how it turned out. So I think you really had anticipation that this person, this doesn't necessarily, I guess, have to be, this could have to do with like a friend or a family member as well. It doesn't look like it has to be love, but it probably the majority of you, this is going to be love. So it's like you were sitting in strength and like you knew that this person was great and they were loyal and they would, never pull some shit. And then you kind of got the rug pulled out from under you, and it just was a huge shock for you. And I think it sort of almost made you go into, you felt withdrawn, which is what we do a lot of times when we're feeling used, or when you get slapped in the face with like something that you never thought possible from someone that you care about or love. And to tie you into this too, this might have to do with third party stuff coming up that you either suspected or for sure. And given this, it looks like you found something out just because you're in the mind a lot. You're in your head. So, and it looks like, and I would say third party is probably big because loyalty is really coming up here. So, I think you really thought this person was going to be like emotional fulfillment for you. And then you've had the kind of the rug ripped out from under you. I don't know why I want to keep saying that, but and it's just been a real shock. And now you're kind of sitting, you've kind of withdrawn, and you're sitting in anxiety, depression, sleepless nights. You feel like you're kind of at your breaking point. I think you might also be going over things that maybe they made mistakes on, or you're doing it to yourself and feel like you've made mistakes. Time might also be another factor in here. So this may have just been recently, or this could have been something that's happened a long time ago and that you are just now sort of still processing, or that you're still in the midst of processing. Because, time is not really it doesn't matter as long as you're doing your work. It takes as long as it takes. And it really looks like you thought this person was something that you kind of knew that. Well, that's interesting. I was going to keep confirming with the same deck. All right, well, we'll listen. We'll just do that. Looks like you might also have not just the time on your mind, but also possibly a return or the second chance coming up. So you might have just had that, or you're releasing the idea that there'll be a return. So that might be why you're revisiting this, if this is something that happened quite a long time ago, or if this is just recent. You are kind of going through the motions here. Yeah, and then okay, so I would say third party is very clear, and because the loyalty, we've had that come up a couple times, and then I've got intimacy with that. So definitely third party was an interference, and I would say something flipped, but I don't know what the fuck it was. And I would say that you're now kind of sitting in you're reminiscing almost over what had happened. And I think part of what you're thinking about is how much strength you had in thinking that this person was more than they actually were. And it's probably that you really lived in their potential. Oh, this person can be that. And we do that a lot, right? Because we can see what they can be. We can see that. But then if they're not living there at that time, that's just not, like I said, if you were living in your potential, I think you probably view this person as a soulmate, and now you're really trying to look at this. And I don't know if this was that long ago, actually, because just the way that this looks, I would have had more stuff about time on here. But so this probably wasn't years ago type of thing. I mean, it could have been a while ago, but I don't think this is something that was years and years and years ago, and then now is coming back up for reevaluation, so to speak, because you're really in your mind right now about this. And so something may have happened, and it might have to do with that third party. You may have learned something, and so it's sort of put you in where you're revisiting all this, or they actually popped up and attempted a return or a second chance. Third chance could also be a thing. I just heard that, but like it's almost like now you're going through the whole thing. And one of the things that's really sticking out is that you had so much confidence that this person was really kind of going to bring you was emotional fulfillment for you. And then it turned out that they were kind of a snake in the grass. That they didn't hold up their end of the bargain. I feel like I grabbed this one. We're just throwing cards. It's fine. Okay, so I feel like this person has probably tried to attempt to make a return, because it's almost like they came in, all flirty and shit, like not really addressing this, which isn't how they need to be coming into you. That's came out weird, but you know what I mean. So it's how they need to approach you. And it's almost like you're so in your head right now, you're kind of letting go of the soulmate idea of that you guys were going to be married, that, you know, that there was going to be a higher level of commitment. Okay, we're going to throw cards. And you're just, yeah, okay, so this has been confirmed about 45 times. This definitely had to do with third party. You and them not being loyal. That's come up, and that you knew they were chasing some other tail. And I feel like, and you might have already given this person a chance. Maybe that's why I heard third chance, because it's almost like you made, I don't want to say mistake, but you made the choice to take them back when they were just sort of gave you some, you know, real, very, very like surface offer. And there was a lot of seduction, flirty, ecstasy type of thing happening. And they probably maybe took you out on a date, and then now it's put you into reflection. It's either that, or you've just gone out on the date with this person, didn't turn out how you thought it was going to turn. It's almost like you thought it would go a certain way. So this looks like two. So it's almost like this person is going to come in. For some of you, it might be that this person's going to come in with a really surface offer that won't answer any questions, basically, right? And you've been going over this. Regardless of them coming in or not, you've been doing your inventory on this whole situation. And then the other part is, it almost looks like this person did come in, give you, it doesn't look like a really like deep offer though. It looks like a surface one, very flirty and shit. Took you out on a date, and it didn't come out quite like you thought it did. And that's probably because there's not a lot of depth to this. They're trying to keep it very surface, physical, you know, flirty kind of shit, rather than like, let's deal with the actual problem and talk about what happened. So I think you're not, this is like not cutting it for you. I want to confirm this though, make sure I'm not. So now that one almost stood up all by itself. Yeah. Okay, so now we have a little bit of the time coming in. So it's almost like, it's always when you find like your zen, right? And then they come popping back in just to see if they can throw you off. It's like they have a radar for it. Yes, they did definitely come in with their wand flapping. That sounded really terrible, but you know what I mean. It was a lot of fire, seduction, flirty. It was hot. And I think so there hasn't been a real great kind of meeting of the minds about the fact that they were not loyal and that there was a third party involved. I don't know that this third party is still around, but because for those of you that this person's come back in, I don't know that they're still around, but it does look like they haven't been forthright about it and addressed it. So it doesn't look like that was going to come out. It's halfway out, so we're taking it. Yeah. So after kind of, I'm going to go on this because this is what this looks like. After they kind of came in and then you came off of this date being like, that's not what I had in my mind. That's not how I pictured this. It's almost like they were too over the top aggressive, like too, it's like they were too in your face almost. And that wasn't what you were That's not what you read. Did it fall on the floor or did I catch it? I don't know. Nope, it fell on the floor. Oh my God, if I can get it. Oh yeah, okay. So, man, this row just keeps getting doubles on it. Okay, so it's like they came in really aggressive, and it was fast moving for sure. And they were very I'm gonna go back to they were very flirty, like, but it's like the aggression was there, determined, but it might have felt over the top for you because it's almost like there was nothing, and then they just came in and went just balls out, which is not what you were looking for. They also haven't addressed the third party stuff. They're sort of pretending it's not there, and if they throw enough roses at you, maybe you won't notice, and that doesn't help you heal. Things have to be talked about and addressed in order for you to move on, because then you always hang on to it. In order to get through something, it's got to be resolved, talked about. That comes with communication, right? And so at the very least, like acknowledging it, which that's not what it looks. It's like they're trying to throw roses at you. Oh, look at this, so that you're not focused on over here. So I don't think this is sitting very well with you. I don't think they came in properly, and I think that you are reaffirming that because you're going through, no, I already went out on a limb for you the first time when I was really kind of sitting in, oh, I know this person's great, because again, you saw their potential so much more than what they were actually giving. So I think that you are just not going to repeat your same mistake. And I shouldn't say mistake. You're not going to repeat your same choice that ended up not being great for you, basically. And I think you're not willing to do that again, because you're doing some massive soul searching and inventory on this. And I think things are starting to line up for you that you're like, wait a minute, we haven't talked about this. All you did is, because it's almost like they came in and like with this return, so to speak, it's like they came in and just love bombed, which to distract you from the fact that they're not being upfront, and that this doesn't look like a in-depth solid offer. It looks like it's very surface and very love bomby, because it's just sort of focused on passion and like physical. It's the best way I can put that. I think you're onto something here, because it looks like you're not going to fall for it. So I would say, yes, do not fall for it until you have a proper offer, and until it's sitting well with you, because it's not sitting good with you. Like, something's off, and you're in the midst of really looking at everything and kind of doing your pros and cons list here. And that's good, because they have to come in correct, not this. Okay, have at it. Don't give in. You're the prize, remember. You're the one that already went out on a limb to focus on what they really could have been. And then they made the choice to fuck up. So they have to repair that. It doesn't just go away. If we don't talk about it, it's not there. It's not how it works. So they'll have to come in correct. And you can't do that for them. They got to figure it out. But you're right. They don't deserve what you gave them last time. I'd be booting this guy to the curb until he figures it out and comes back. But do follow your instincts, because your instincts are obviously, there it is, obviously really good, because this isn't sitting right with you. So follow your gut. You've got it. Your intuition is strong. Just make sure you are putting yourself first with this, because last time you did not. Okay. Good luck. This is intense, but you got this. Okay, I'll see you later.